And welcome back to part 2 of Elite Dangerous. Is this a playthrough or a walkthrough? Make sure I'm recording. I guess you could consider it like I guess a playthrough. Yeah, I was kind of extremely tired when I did part 1, but I'm a little more refreshed, so I can actually go ahead and do part 2. Probably won't be long. It'll probably be, I want to say 30 minutes, but if I really get into it, then it might get to 50 minutes. I'm gonna take the time because I think this opens a kind of like an interesting topic. So I looked at GameSpot because I usually like to look at GameSpot or IGN for the most current gaming news or kind of mainstream. Sometimes I do like to go to the kind of like indie game websites if I want to just get something like a new perspective. But yeah, I can't help it. Sometimes I go to GameSpot or IGN just for like mainstream. But one thing caught my eye, and I'm gonna make this short as possible because let's focus on the playthrough one. I guess even I want to kind of give an opinion on this. So there was an article that said Sony defends PlayStation Plus price hike, explains why it won't put games there day one. This is by Eddie. I'm gonna probably butcher his name. Makuch. Makuch. Okay, well, Eddie. Anyway, the subtext is saying we have to look at our pricing. We have to adjust to market conditions. That's quote by, well, we'll see. Oh, no, this was basically by the senior vice president, Eric Leppo. I can't really say this is copyright because this is just an article that was literally spoken by the senior vice president of PlayStation. I'm going to read it briefly because I'm not going to spend all day, but I'm going to kind of give my 2 cents on it. A top PlayStation boss has spoken out to defend the recent PlayStation Plus price increase, which even I was kind of looking like, that doesn't make any sense, and explain why the company does not bring its games to PlayStation Plus at launch like Microsoft does through the Xbox Game Pass. That's a valid point. It doesn't make sense of why Xbox Game Pass, you're pretty much paying the same price, maybe a little bit over, almost like the same price as PlayStation Plus Premium. And I'll explain. It doesn't make sense why Xbox Game Day Pass, and it's a good move on Xbox on that, why they bring games that were just released, like Redfall, as a perfect example, or like Persona 3 Reload, or not Reload, Persona 3 Portable, Persona 4 Golden, and pretty much Persona 5 Royal. It's a great marketing and it makes sense. And there's a incentive to use Xbox Game Pass because you don't have to buy the games day one. It literally comes to Game Pass for a good amount of time, and then you get to play it. Well, I don't have the Xbox Series X, but I've been reading about it, and it is a valid point. It makes sense to get the subscription because you're going to end up playing day one Game Pass and spend a good amount of time with it before it gets kicked off. That's a great marketing strategy, and it not only makes the gamer happy, but they're willing to pay the extra money to play a game that's going to appear on day one. Instead of spending $60. And guess what? You After the game leaves Xbox Game Pass, you're going to end up buying the game anyway because you enjoy the crap out of it. Anyway, finishing what I'm saying. Speaking to Barons, uh, PlayStation Senior Vice President Eric Leppo was asked to justify the recent PlayStation Plus price increase, which saw the premium tier go up by 40, which is unreasonable. Leppo said, like practically everything else in the world, we have to look at our pricing and we have to adjust to market conditions. The executive added, we want to make PlayStation Plus great with our reboot last year, which basically means the PlayStation Plus Essential literally. Okay, so PlayStation Plus Essential literally is PS Now. PS Now and PlayStation Plus, which is a good move and it saves us money, but PlayStation Plus Essential and PS Now, which PS Now was essentially our. PS Now was basically extra and premium combined together, but you were paying separate prices, which That was unreasonable. You were basically buying PS Plus Essential separately, and that cost money. And then you were buying PS Now also separately, which costs kind of, you were literally spending close to $19 in total for pretty much PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4 games on PS Now. But I don't have to explain this. If you had a PS Now subscription, which is now useless because now is essentially on Extra and Premium, but it makes sense to combine it. But the marketing strategy of what we're getting, it just I'll explain. Anyway, so to finish this out, a lot of consumers have recognized that there's a lot of value in the PS5. Well, yeah, there is. And I'm going to end it there. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and open this discussion, and then we're going to start Elite Dangerous, because this is not really just about political agenda, or just basically kind of like talking about like current news and all that. This is, by far, a playthrough and walkthrough. But I couldn't ignore it, and I kind of needed to kind of throw my 2 cents in it. This is just kind of this is my opinion, and I don't usually do this in walkthrough playthroughs, but no, I kind of gotta give my opinion on this. And of course, you guys are entitled to your own opinion. It is basically, I welcome to your opinion. You will definitely leave a comment, maybe not, or leave a like, or subscribe. But anyway, enough with kind of like promo and kind of trying to get subscribers and so on. Yeah, what the vice president, I get what he's saying in this current market, and basically PlayStation is competing with Xbox. That's the current market is. Everyone's out to make money. Absolutely. Nintendo is no different. Everyone's out to make money. Because if you don't make money, you don't get to produce new flashy games with the best graphics and so on. So it makes sense why you have to kind of like put certain prices for subscriptions and charge certain times like $70 for now PS5 games, which is unreasonable. But it makes sense why you have to charge that price, because if you don't charge the price, the developers can't make the game. They won't have the budget to make the next sequel or the next game. It sucks, but that's the time we live in. The games were like dirt cheap back in the days. Well, they were not like dirt cheap, but back when the Super Entertainment Nintendo system, or basically when Mario was a big deal, and he's still a big deal now. But yeah, you have to charge $70, which it absolutely, it really is stupid. But that's kind of the times, and that's how the times are. You have to charge the price because the developers need. I can't speak to the developers, but if I had to make a sequel, if my first game was successful or the sequel was successful, I need the money to pretty much sell millions of copies so I can pretty much make my next big project. You need the funding from people, gamers, or also game critics. You need the funding from that so that way they can fund your game so you can go ahead and produce new games. So you need money, and it shouldn't be about the money, but you kind of do need the money to make your next project or the next sequel, or and the circle of marketing and just kind of like your new project goes on. What I'm trying to say is money makes the world. Yeah, yeah. Basically, you need money. You need money to basically. You get the idea what I'm saying. What I don't agree with in terms of vice president is the kind of like the premium tier going up by 40. It doesn't make sense. It just seems kind of. It's greed. It's absolutely greed. I don't think he's wrong. I get why they're going up the price. I just don't agree with it. And I'm gonna not lie, it doesn't make sense. If Xbox Game Pass can put day one game passes or day one games that just came out on their Game Pass and let you play it for a good reasonable amount of time, and you're paying still, it's kind of expensive to buy the subscription, but at least if I'm gonna basically buy a subscription and I'm gonna be able to play day one games that just came out, Well, hell yeah, I'm gonna absolutely buy that price because I'm not only getting my market value, but as a gamer, I'm getting a good money value too. I mean, that's why Xbox 360 was a big deal because at least with the game you buy, you were getting your market value. Like Elder Scrolls Skyrim, that's a perfect example. Before they did DLC, you didn't need DLC. You got pretty much 100 plus hours of game content. That's without the DLC, and you still feel like you haven't scratched the surface. Witcher 3 is also a perfect example, where developers clearly put hours about it, hours and hours and hours and hours. They did that, but you get your money's worth, and that's what it should be about. You still pay a good amount, you still pay a good amount, but you should get your money's worth, and that applies to subscriptions. Where PlayStation Plus, and I'm still gonna pay it, of course. That doesn't change, and I shouldn't. I'm not trying to sway you guys not to do the extra and premium or the essential. It's whatever you're led to do. That is up to you guys. You guys are grown adults, or maybe teenagers or kids, whoever is my subscriber, you and all that. But it's up to you of what you want to subscribe to. You can do Xbox Game Pass. That is completely your prerogative. Same as PlayStation Plus. Also your prerogative. But I'm gonna be honest. I mean, the PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium, it's really the extra is where you're getting your money's worth. But I gotta admit, it would be nice to play, let's just say, God of War Ragnarok on day one when it first came out. I shouldn't just have to wait on games like Stray, and that is eventually going to lead the subscription. It shouldn't just be indie games. It should be at point AAA games that haven't come out like years before. I gotta admit, Xbox Game Pass is winning when they're giving you day one games and they're gonna be with you for a good while before they leave. You'll be finished with the game or scratch a good chunk of it. Why can PlayStation Plus do that? Like, especially since people are subscribing to Extra, there's no value in the premium except if you are a PS1 slash PS2 enthusiast. Which, yeah, I grew up with the PS2. But yeah, the more I thought about it, I was like, why does PlayStation Plus have the balls not to do day one? I get the market value and the price hike, and it's a good, it makes sense in terms of logistically, but it's just the execution. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense why we're doing a price hike and you're not giving us the value. You're only kind of just trying to compete with Xbox, but Xbox is beating you by putting the day one games, and they're not even, and people are not buying it for the full price. They're subscribing and just playing the game like they're renting it. They're doing a Netflix. They're Yeah, Xbox Game Pass is doing a Netflix principle. They're doing what Netflix are doing, but charging a reasonable price, and they're letting them play it for a good amount of time. I don't know, PlayStation. Sorry, I get what you're trying to do. It doesn't make sense. All right, well, let's get to the walkthrough. The more I thought about it, I was like, come on, PlayStation, you know you have the money. I don't know if you guys are in like billions of dollars, same as Xbox. I don't know if you guys have the money, but I think Xbox will eventually raise their price too. But I think they earn to raise the price. When I think about it, yeah, it's gonna suck if, let's just say, I got an Xbox Series X in the future. Like, let's just say I did. Would I subscribe to the Xbox Game Pass? You better believe it. But at least they have benefits. I mean, yes, the best games are clearly on the PS5. If you had to pick between the Nintendo Switch, PS5, and the Xbox Series X, people are going to lean towards the pretty much Nintendo Switch more. You know why? They'll go for the PS5 for the graphics, the best games. Absolutely, PS5. No contest. I think it has the best games. Absolutely. Like, even with cross-platform, I mean, people are going crazy when the PS5 was coming out because PS5 has 4K. Let's just go over it. PS5 has 4K. best games on the market, best graphics, pretty much accessibility, haptic feedback in terms of controllers. The list goes on. It has a lot of pros and not a lot of cons. But if you want to just go to basically gameplay and just like really just the games that started like just started generations, go to Nintendo Switch. And plus, you can still play the games that defined your childhood on the Nintendo Switch online. Yeah, even I gotta admit, Nintendo Switch is killing it with its games too. You won't be disappointed. Hell no. I just feel like Nintendo Switch Online and the Xbox Game Pass has more value with their content, and it shows. I mean, come on, Nintendo Switch Online has, I think, the original Super Mario. I don't think they'd have Duck Hunt. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, it just feels like you're getting more buck with your description with Nintendo Switch and Xbox Series X compared to your PS5. I don't know. I think PS5 just it will do it. I think they just do need to reevaluate what games they can put on. I think they could. I don't know. I think they could do day one. You might have to pay. I hate to say this idea because I think they might try to do it. But I think in order for it to work, I think unfortunately the price hike. I think they're gonna increase the price. I think they're gonna absolutely increase the price on Extra and Premium. I think they're already doing it now. But what I don't like about it, they're increasing the price for Premium, but they're not giving us day one games. So it's kind of like they're giving, but they're not. They're taking, but they're not giving. I don't know. I'm still not going to unsubscribe. I like the value of games that we're getting. But, if you're going to raise the price, at least give us more content. Give us day one games. I'd say give us a risk. Yes, yes, you'll pretty much not get a lot of day one prices. Like, people won't just spend their money on day one, and you'll miss that opportunity. But
Let's prepare your ship before proceeding to the mobile targets. Deploy your hardpoints and cycle to the next fire group to activate your weapons.
yeah, I don't know. I get it. PlayStation is greedy, and they're greedy. Well, any game company is greedy. Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, it's no different. They're all out to make money. But yeah, the more I thought about it, I know I'm being analytical and all that, but I had to kind of throw my 2 cents about it and kind of look at the state of gaming. I think gaming has definitely evolved when I grew up, but yeah, I think it's pretty much greed at this point, and let's not deny that. I don't usually do stuff like this, but I couldn't deny it. I was like, come on, PlayStation, you're being greedy, and you guys know it. Ah, man, I did not mean to get analytical. Anyway, let's
An
go.
unmanned craft has arrived nearby. These drones are used by the Pilots Federation as target practice, and they're quite harmless. To continue, bring the craft into your sights and open fire.
Yeah, it was just something I was thinking about after reading the article, and I didn't mean to ad-lib that much, but I couldn't deny it. It was weird, and I was just like, come on, the price hike doesn't make sense. You guys should literally give us
I
day
recommend
one.
targeting your opponent during combat. Notice
Yep.
how your reticules move towards your target. Your ship's gimbal weapons offer a degree of aiming assistance.
Oh, cool.
Nice work. You may have noticed that multi-cannons are effective against unshielded targets. Another craft has arrived. This one is fitted with a shield generator. Helpfully, your burst laser is a thermal weapon, which excels at stripping away a target's shields.
Sounds good to me. Destroying shield in space. But you guys can definitely leave a comment. I'm kind of actually doing something different, doing an open discussion. what do you think about the PlayStation Plus price hike? Do you think it's reasonable, or do you think it's not? And it doesn't matter if you think it's reasonable or unreasonable. I mean, you guys are entitled to your own opinions. I'm not here to convince you otherwise to buy a subscription or not. It's basically what you guys are feeling. If you definitely want to do an essential, that is completely your call. But of course, I'll give my opinion of what I think about extra and premium. But in terms of still PlayStation Plus Extra, now that I've been playing it for a good while since it first came out, I think it's still great. I just think it could, at day one, games that just been released. I think it has the opportunity. At least give us that opportunity if we're going to increase the price. But I still enjoy Extra. I've been playing solid great games that I either would have rented or I would have just basically buy eventually. So it's cool that I'm getting accessibility to like the medium and the
Try
Corey
staying
and
in
all
the
that.
area around the megaship, please.
Ah, right, got it. Now, what do I like about this game? The open space atmosphere is awesome. And traveling in space is actually pretty functional. It's pretty great. Tutorial's kind of lame, though. I mean, it's not bad, just kind of lame. Yo, HL. I have you now, Luke Skywalker.
Your final target has dropped into the area. This time your opponent will fight back, but its damage capability has been greatly reduced. Your target will not react until it registers shield damage. Engage when ready.
Alright, combat drill. Got it. I'm not saying, and yes, I know I just talked about it. I'm not saying that they shouldn't do indie games. Absolutely. Stray, Chia, and Humanity, those are great examples of where, yes, make those game free, but if you're not going to make the games like God of War, Ragnarok, Marvel Spider-Man 2, or one of the Persona games free, then what's the point of removing the games if you're just not going to give us better games? October is kind of a perfect example. You didn't really give us any games that we don't own. I mean, seriously, Sony, just take the risk and give us a triple A game or a day one game. I think you can do that. Because you're just going to go ahead and remove Chia and Stray. I mean, well, you already did. But you're just going to remove basically Humanity, Chia, and you just let us know that the games from day one, like Chia, Stray, and all that, are just not going to stay on PlayStation Plus forever, or pretty much for a good chunk of time. Kind of Stray. I kind of wish it did stay longer, but hey, whatever.
Try not to stray too far from the combat area, pilot.
I mean, I'm trying not to, but this douchebag is actually flying pretty far. Star Fox space combat is much better. That's a fact. This isn't bad, but yeah, the
For a successful
tutorials.
evaluation, you must demonstrate an ability to defend yourself.
That's what I'm doing. What do you think I'm doing? Well, I don't have a lot of other new games left. So far, the kind of like ones that have actually been fun, or the best one so far has been Elder Cell. I do appreciate the like I got on that. Yeah, that was not just like script for Elder Cell. That was me being legitimately angry and salty. I enjoyed the heck out of the game. Don't mind you. But man, I got so salty from it. It's been a while since I've been salty from a Souls-like game. It's been a while. I'm actually proud of that fact. Yeah, usually I don't get mad in games. I mean, I do, but not like a lot. I'm usually chill. That one got me. And I know what got me. Yeah, I know I'm supposed to be talking about this game, but nothing's really happening. I'm going to space, doing the tutorial, and I haven't gotten to any Star Fox space combat yet. Anyway.
Under attack.
Ow! Why am I getting attacked? Ah! I almost forgot what game I'm playing. I know it's called Elite Dangerous. It's not really dangerous. I mean, the training wheels are on.
Your firepower greatly outclasses that of your target. Running means you miss out on an opportunity to learn.
Can I just get in a space battle? I mean, this isn't like bad tutorial. It's just not great. Oh, shield! Okay, this shouldn't be this hard to get this enemy. I mean, what kind of shield does he have? Clearly. Should not be this fast. I think the boost was this way. Okay, that should help. And finally.
Under attack.
Jeez, this should not take this long to get him. Go down. gosh, I'm so sick of you. I mean, I want to have fun, but it's not doing anything at all. Well, this is better than Gotham Knights. That's pretty sad. I'm trying to think of what month for PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium have fun. You know, I haven't actually played Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. Need to do that on my need-to-do list.
Under attack.
At least the controls handle pretty well. I bet there's multiplayer. I feel like it would be fun. Ace Combat multiplayer, that one really rocked. I enjoyed that one. Okay, come on, I know the shield's about to go down now. Get back here, you. We call this a dogfight in space. Go get your shield up. Go get your shield up. Come on. Ah. Yeah, I feel like once the training wheels are off, I'm gonna have fun. But until then, I'm not checked out. I just. Yeah, it's not fun with training wheels. It's just kind of annoying.
Target shields online.
But it helps that space is so tranquil and peaceful. It's weird. And the space controls are actually pretty, not like precise, but they're pretty fun. So that makes up for it too. Damn, these training controls, I'm getting sick of them. I mean, it's not like bad, just it's so annoying. Oh, he has the shield back on. Now it's going to take a while.
Under attack.
It's been 34 minutes and nothing's happened. I'm just trying to get through the tutorial. It should not be this tough. Okay, I think I got the shield down.
Target shields offline.
Finally. Finally.
That was the last target. Even if you're planning on a peaceful career, Understanding the basics of combat is vital for a pilot's long-term survival. For
You
advanced
think?
combat information, you should refer to the pilot's handbook, which we'll cover in more detail soon.
Oh. Can I start shooting stuff
Your
now?
evaluation involves a hyperspace jump to a neighboring star system.
Oh, okay, cool.
On this occasion, your ship's computer has selected your destination for you. We'll cover selecting destinations manually soon. The mass lock indicator on the bottom right of the dashboard is active. This means a large object is in close proximity, preventing you from engaging the FSD. To resolve this, throttle up to move a safe distance away from the megaship. The mass lock indicator has gone out. When you are ready to travel light years in seconds, engage the FSD.
Cannot comply. Cannot comply. Frameshift drive charging.
Okay. Frame shift drive is charging. Cool. So when can I activate it? Ooh. That's neat. Oh, that's cool. I feel like the Star Trek thing should be playing. Oh, that's so neat. That makes up for it. I mean, it's a kind of a really lame tutorial, but the whole space travel and everything else, that's the sun. That is definitely the sun. That is the sun. Behold, I have the power of the
Technology has
sun.
made the task of leaping between star systems appear trivial. Never let the simplicity distract from the marvel humanity has achieved. Your next stop is Quello Station. This time we'll employ the Supercruise Assist module to guide your approach. Open the external interface panel to your left and select the Navigation tab. Highlight the starport in the location list and then select Supercruise Assist. It's the second option.
Oh, okay, second option. Sounds good to me.
If you're lost, exit the external panel and start over. You can take your time to familiarize yourself with the panel controls.
Mark destination. Oh, okay, Super Cruise Assist. Do I get radio sci-fi music? I guess not.
With the destination selected, throttle up and aim towards your target. The compass to the left of the sensor display will help you orient yourself.
The power of the sun in the palm of my hand. Sorry, I'm thinking Spider-Man 2 logic. Anyway. Looks like I'm about to go into space. In the void of space. Sorry, I'm trying to sound like Captain Kirk. You know how ridiculous this voice acting is. But William Shatner, he made it work, you know? Okay. How do I activate it?
Warning. Temperature critical.
It seems you forcibly disengaged the FSD. An urge to test the functions of your ship is understandable, but you have to reach Quello Station to complete the assessment. Throttle up and aim towards your target before initiating the FSD.
Okay, I guess I had to...
Frameshift drive charging.
Finally.
4, 3,
Alright.
1.
Be sure not to target anything else. Oh, just a moment. It seems Supercruise Assist has disengaged. Where were we? Ah, yes. Let's take a moment to review the interface panels either side of your chair. The external panel is primarily used to interact with the galaxy around you. For example, you can access maps, display contracts, and review nearby objects. Meanwhile, the internal panel displays information about you and your ship. You can adjust module functions, check your records, and access the codex, among other things.
Sounds simple enough.
New pilots often wonder what their first step into the galaxy should be.
Compromised.
Oh, he's saying something, but kind of forgot.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Now, as I was... Hold on. It appears Supercruise Assist is inactive. You may wish to pick up the pace a little.
I thought we were in space, so there's no rush.
Let's return to the topic at hand. The pilot's handbook is a great source of help in this regard. It details a variety of professions and how to outfit your ship for them. The handbook also offers advice on various ship functions that aren't covered in this evaluation. You can find the pilot's handbook in the codex, accessible on the home screen via the internal interface panel. The trails moving around you are FSD wakes. Your ship is also emitting one. Supercruise Assist has disengaged once again. Follow the instructions in your comms panel to turn this feature back on. Just to finish off what I was saying, the trails moving around you are FSD wakes. Your ship is also emitting one. The position of each correlates with their respective sensor display icons. In a moment, we'll be going through the docking process. This will cover docking permissions and a standard landing pad approach.
Wow, that was different.
Welcome to Quillo Station. This is the final stretch. You'll dock here shortly, but I'd like you to position your ship near the starport's access corridor first.
Okay, seems simple
Starports are
enough.
the backbone of humanity's operations throughout inhabited space. They provide mission boards, the commodities market, a number of specialized contacts, and various ship facilities. Most pilot business is conducted via the Starport Services interface. I recommend familiarizing yourself with this screen when docked.
I think I'm getting close.
Good. Ease off the throttle and hold position here. Oh, and try not to block the access corridor.
Did it work?
We'll be using the docking computer for this landing. You can always dock manually in future, of course, but practice in a training simulation first. Whichever method you use, all ships must seek docking permission before approaching a landing pad. To request docking permission, open your external interface panel and select the Contacts tab. Then select Quello Station in the list, followed by Request Docking in the information panel.
Oh, well, that's neat. Well, cool. Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's...
Never mind. You've got it.
Docking assist has been engaged.
You've been assigned Landing Pad 3. The compass will point towards your designated pad.
Huh.
Ships need to be within 7.5 kilometers of a starport for a docking request to be considered.
Really? They're playing this song? Well, I guess when you're in space, I guess that would be the song to play. Funny.
The docking computer will now demonstrate a safe landing procedure. Let's review what it's doing.
Okay, are we done with the
Landing
tutorial?
gear must be deployed. The related dashboard indicator lights up if this has been done.
Landing gear deployed.
In a moment, the sensor display will switch to the Precision Approach display, which helps you accurately set belly down on the landing pad.
Docking procedure complete. Engaging pad restraints. Let's get your ship ready.
Congratulations, Commander. Your evaluation has been successful, and a license
Finally.
is being assigned to you as I speak. We just need to finalize your credentials. Enter the hangar to exit this evaluation.
Enter hangar, okay.
It's time to blaze your own trail across the galaxy. The manner in which you do so is up to you.
Okay, so did I ever have to talk to you again? Cool, I got a trophy for completing the tutorial. Jeez, it took forever. Let's see what we got. Body type. I guess male. And cannot be changed. I don't care. Wanda. Wanda. Okay. Let's see. I guess this. Continue. Ship name. Alright. The Han Solo. The Han Solo. I have to. Or Hotline Miami. No, Han Solo. Someone's probably done this before too. So, I'm maybe the Han Solo. What's the ID plate? Beastie Boy Sabotage? Nah, too easy. Sabotage. I gotta do it. Oh, it only does it like... Okay, so... If I had to have a ship name... Well, obviously I'm a sci-fi nerd, so I'm gonna go with Rex from Mass Effect. Works for me. Okay, so are we actually playing the game? I didn't check out, but wow, surprisingly 50 minutes.
Welcome to your new ship, Commander. Your pilot's Federation license has been issued, and you're free to traverse the galaxy as an independent pilot.
Finally.
Before launching for the first time, allow me to quickly introduce the basic interface for mission contracts. Almost all pilots will use the mission board at some stage.
Great.
A contract has been assigned to you. Active missions are displayed in the Transactions tab of the external interface panel. This time you'll need to travel to Mawson Dock in the Dromi system. You can select these destinations on the navigation screen of the external interface panel. If you'd like to practice your journey first, I recommend the training simulations accessed via the internal interface panel. To review what we've discussed, select your comms panel and scroll through the recorded text. I'll contact you at Mawson Dock if you decide to complete this mission. If you choose to take a different path, then I wish you luck, Commander.
I just want to play the game. We're going to stop here. It's been 50 minutes, and it's time to move on to, I guess, the other new game. While we're finishing up, I think we should end this, like, I guess 12:30, sure. Alright, so, will there be more Elite Dangerous coming up in the future? Yeah, but no rush. It's that tutorial. It's kind of bogging me down and kind of boring me to tears. Not on purpose. It's just I'm not really interested in the tutorial. When it's space travel, space combat, space traveling, I'm having a ball. It's so tranquil, and it's actually pretty cool. That's pretty much sums it up. Okay, well, I guess we're ending here. So stay tuned. Well, nope, gotta do my catchphrase. So have a good morning, have a good afternoon, good evening, and stay tuned. And space. Had to do it.